If you haven't met Marjorie Hiatt in person, then you've missed meeting a truly unique individual. But don't worry, her friends will be more than happy to introduce you.
She's a very gracious woman, a very humble person.
She has a quiet presence, but it's so compelling.
She's a very compassionate person.
One of the most genuine and caring people that I know.
A dedicated and committed woman.
Extremely loyal.
And wonderful and humorous.
Compassionate.
Thoughtful.
Approachable.
Tenacious.
Very smart.
Everyone loves her.
She has class.
Classy, humble, smart, gracious.
That's a pretty strong combination of characteristics.
Yes, it is. But as University President Joseph Steger says,
she's a unique person.
This very unique person was born Marjorie McCullough in the city of Cincinnati. It was there that she received her early schooling. She was a good student and a faithful churchgoer, but the lessons learned at her father's knee shaped her life.
He said, I had a responsibility, and that means ability to respond to needs in the community.
A precious lesson, well learned. For respond, she did, all through her youth, at her school, at her church, and through the Girl Guides. After her college years at the University of Cincinnati, it was just plain natural for her to join the Junior League.
She's always been a major, vital part of our organization here in Cincinnati. It's amazing going through the scrapbooks, all the things that she's done.
The Junior League taught me lots of things, opened so many doors for me, and I went through a lot of them.
After joining the Junior League in 1944, Marjorie co-founded Cincinnati's famous Children's Theater, becoming its first president. She helped found Cincinnati's Speech and Hearing Center, again taking the demanding job of first president. She also involved herself in a cause that was not nearly as popular.
When she was 21 years old, she joined the Urban League.
The Urban League was campaigning vigorously to abolish the shame of racial segregation.
People were afraid to step out at that time and to be inclusive, and she was inclusive.
I felt that people of color were not getting the advantages that they should.
Marjorie became co-founder of Cincinnati's Urban League Guild, the volunteer arm of the Urban League.
But it was just her way of giving back to the community.
She became a regional director for the Junior Leagues of America in 1958, and in 1960 she answered the call of the AJLA to become national president. Her travels as president took her to Junior League chapters across the nation, to Canada and Mexico.
It is incredible the things that she's done on an international basis.
The Girl Guides Girl Scouts of America sought her out. She served as their national board president. She founded their prestigious Olive Baden Powell Society. She was appointed to the 12-woman World Committee for Girl Scouts and Guides, and the vice chair of the World Association of Girl Guides and Girl Scouts.
Marjorie has had a powerful influence on Girl Scouts and Girl Guides around the world.
How many causes has Marjorie Hiatt served throughout her life?
I just don't know even how many there are. I couldn't do what she's doing.
Few of us could. Here are some of the many organizations that she's championed, positions she's accepted, and vigorously served with distinction. Marjorie's volunteer activities, some you see here, could roll by for an entire evening. They fill page after page of her Junior League bio.
She is the ultimate volunteer, is always willing to give more.
She wants to make a difference.
She has passion for what she does.
She's not a person that gets her name on a board and never shows up.
You can depend on Marjorie. To me, that's a key trait for a volunteer.
If she is asked to play a leadership role,
Which takes a commitment of time and energy.
it's done. And she does it with such flair.
She understands the need to bring her best thinking to the table.
She doesn't try to take over. She wants to get it done, but very graciously.
The volunteer extraordinaire.
All those things surely do make Marjorie Hiatt the volunteer extraordinaire.
I've always enjoyed saying yes to doing any job since I was a little girl, and my parents and my church taught me to give things back to the community.
Official travels for both the Junior League and Scouting have established her reputation as a wise spokesperson for women's issues. She has won friends for America around the world.
When you work with people, you forge a friendship that's just different from any other kind.
So many causes, so many accomplishments, too numerous to mention. For instance, there's her work for her alma mater, the University of Cincinnati.
She has been active with our foundation for a long time. Just been involved in our greening of the university campus.
While gardening is a passion for Marjorie, she served as president of the Cincinnati Gardening Club. And we haven't even mentioned her work for the YWCA.
It wouldn't have mattered to me if she had just given us her name, but she doesn't do that. She gives you herself.
How does she accomplish so much?
If you have a desire to serve, you can find the way to do it.
She has found a way to be a leader in the fundraising for Cincinnati's Venerable Music Hall and for the creation of the glittering new Aronoff Center for the Performing Arts.
There's an old saw that you always get more back than you give, and it's very, very true.
That may be true, but countless people have benefited from her lifetime of unselfish volunteerism. Ladies and gentlemen, the recipient of this year's Mary Harriman Community Leadership Award, Marjorie McCullough Hiatt.
Kiss me once, then kiss me twice, then kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since I can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they all seemed without you. So kiss me once, then kiss me twice, then kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Kiss me once, then kiss me twice, then kiss me once again. It's been a long time. Haven't felt like this, my dear, since I can't remember when. It's been a long, long time. You'll never know how many dreams I dreamed about you, or just how empty they all seemed without you. So kiss me once, then kiss me twice, then kiss me once again. It's been a long, long time. Long, long time.
Somewhere beyond the sea, somewhere waiting for me, my lover stands on golden sands and watches the ships that go sailing. Somewhere beyond the sea, she's there watching for me. If I could fly like birds on high, then straight to her arms I'd go sailing. It's far beyond a star, it's near beyond the moon. I know beyond a doubt my heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet beyond the shore, we'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. My heart will lead me there soon. We'll meet, I know we'll meet beyond the shore. We'll kiss just as before. Happy we'll be beyond the sea, and never again I'll go sailing. So long sailing, bye-bye sailing. Move on out, Captain. So long.
Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Our hearts are made of it. Let's take a chance. Why be afraid of it? Let's close our eyes and make our own paradise. Little we know of it, still we can try to make a go of it. We might have been meant for each other, to be or not to be. Let our hearts discover. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Now is the time for it. While we are young, let's fall in love. We might have been meant for each other, to be or not to be. Let our hearts discover. Let's fall in love. Why shouldn't we fall in love? Now is the time for it. While we are young, let's fall in
time it rains, pennies from heaven. Don't you know each cloud contains pennies from heaven? You'll find your fortunes falling all over the town. Be sure that your umbrella is upside down. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me. Trade them for a package of sunshine and flowers. If you want the things you love, you must have showers. So when you hear it thunder, don't run under a tree. There'll be pennies from heaven for you and me.
L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love, is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. L is for the way you look at me. O is for the only one I see. V is very, very extraordinary. E is even more than anyone that you adore can love, is all that I can give to you. Love is more than just a game for two. Two in love can make it. Take my heart and please don't break it. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you. Love was made for me and you.
The other night, dear, as I lay sleeping, I dreamed I held you in my arms. When I awoke, dear, I was mistaken, and I hung my head and cried. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away. You told me once, dear, that you really loved me, and no one else could come between. But now you've left me, and you love another. You have shattered all my dreams. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You'll never know, dear, how much I love you. Please don't take my sunshine away.
In describing the achievements of Marjorie McCullough Motch, it's difficult to decide where to start. You could begin at the University of Cincinnati, where she has been a member of the UC Foundation Board since 1979 and currently serves on the Executive Committee and the Committee on Trustees. The list of UC contributions would also include her service on advisory boards at the College of Nursing and the Institute for Learning in Retirement, as well as her co-chairing the UC Green Space campaign, which raised the funding to create the park-like setting near the Alumni Center. She was known as Marjorie Hiatt in those days, and Hiatt Plaza is named in her honor. You could also list the many other organizations where Marjorie has devoted countless hours of time and leadership. The Girl Scouts, for example. She served on the national board for more than 30 years, as National Board President from 1972 to 1975, and as Vice Chairperson of the World Association for Girl Guides and Girl Scouts in the 1990s. Marjorie has earned the respect and admiration of people around the world, including First Ladies and royalty. She is especially proud of her long-standing friendship with Princess Benedicte of Denmark. Or maybe the list of her achievements could focus on organizations where Marjorie has played the role of pioneer. She was a founder and first president of the Children's Theater of Cincinnati, helping to make theater accessible for children from all backgrounds. When communities struggled with racial and social unrest, Marjorie extended her mission as an advocate for women's advancement by founding the local Urban League Guild and served as its president in 1953. In 1998, she was named the first president of the Cincinnati Parks Foundation and still serves as a board member. A major focus in Marjorie's life has been the Junior League. In more than 50 years of service, her efforts revolved around a specific goal: to provide women of all ages with the skills and support needed to solve today's problems. Marjorie has chaired committees, served on boards, and headed special projects for the Junior League of Cincinnati. She served a term as president of the Association of Junior Leagues International, and in the year 2000, Marjorie received the association's highest honor, the Mary Harriman Community Leadership Award, joining previous winners that include former Supreme Court Justice Sandra Day O'Connor. Through the Junior League, Marjorie chaired a very special project: the founding of a nursery school that is now known as the Hearing, Speech, and Deaf Center of Greater Cincinnati. For her half-century of dedication to the center, she received the Marty Dinerman Walks Award for volunteer service in 2006. The following excerpts from the awards ceremony tell of the inspiration for her volunteerism and the love and appreciation of those who work with her.
But it was Marjorie's father who taught her her most important lesson.
That was the meaning of the word responsibility. It was your ability to respond to people's needs. My mother and father expected me to be involved in the community.
We all know there are people who serve on boards but contribute little more than their voiced opinions.
That's not her.
She doesn't just sit on a board.
She's a worker bee.
She was the one out, knocking on the doors and raising the money.
She truly works hard. When she says she's going to do something, she does it.
She really gives everything she's got.
And if you don't want to get things done, get the heck out of her way.
She changes the dynamics of the people around her.
She taught the other board members how to be a good board member.
She's so enthusiastic that is contagious.
That's what she does. That's what really tickles me about Marjorie.
Awards like these are not what Marjorie is all about. She finds satisfaction in getting involved, in improving the lives of those around her. She is humbled to see how she has influenced our city, our nation, and the world during the past 60 years. But a lifetime of service should be recognized, and literally dozens of organizations have honored Marjorie in one way or another. She has received keys to 9 cities. She was a Cincinnati Enquirer Woman of the Year recipient in 1994. And she received a Great Living Cincinnatian Award from the Cincinnati Chamber of Commerce in 1997. It all began here at the University of Cincinnati. Now we are pleased to present Marjorie McCullough Motch with the Alumni Association's highest honor, the William Howard Taft Medal. Thank you, Marjorie, for your devotion to our community.
On July 12, 1923, in the neighborhood of Hyde Park, this gift. Her name is Marjorie Hiatt. Marjorie joined the Girl Scouts, attended church regularly, and she loved school. It was through these activities and her parents' value system. These values developed her sense of responsibility to our community.
My father, a wonderful word, responsibility means ability to respond to needs. And then in my school, I think all my life, I felt that you should to your community.
In 1941, Marjorie graduated from Miss Doherty's College Preparatory School, now 7 years. She attended the University of Cincinnati from 1941 to 1943, majoring in geology and English. In 1944, Marjorie joined the Junior League of Cincinnati, an organization that teaches young women how to volunteer. Through this organization, Marjorie played an important role in many activities, including children's theater and a nursery school for deaf and hearing impaired children. Marjorie became Junior League National President and still serves on their national board.
She is the ultimate volunteer in person that all nonprofit organizations search for. Creative leader as well as that hard worker. Doesn't think it's beneath her to do the nitty-gritty.
Though Marjorie had already accomplished so much, she felt she could do more. She joined the National Board of the Girl Scouts of the USA from 1972 until 1975. Her of fundraising and activism dramatically helped the Girl Scouts gain global recognition.
Marjorie has a powerful influence on Girl Scouts and Girl Guides around the world.
Another organization with the goals of developing young women into leaders is the YWCA. Marjorie wanted to help them as well. She organized fundraisers, participated in projects, and once again became a leader.
She's a woman of enormous enthusiasm and compassion, and that's very contagious. Marjorie's always been there for whatever project the YWCA needed her. She never said no to us.
Several years ago, Marjorie joined a lifelong friend, Dr. Robert Coyth, for yet another community effort.
We started out with the idea in mind that we would have a consultation center as far as breast disease is concerned, where we could do a clinical examination. A physician could do it. Could be followed with a mammogram. Interpretations could be worked out and seen at one time, and told what their problem was, if at all possible, on one visit to the clinic, not having to run back and forth to the clinic on various times.
Another passion of Marjorie's is the fine and performing arts. She served on the Music Hall Board for many years and saw that improvements desperately needed to be made to the aging historical building.
We really did a couple of major campaigns during the period in which she and I served together. One was about a $10 million fundraising to do the first major renovation of Music Hall, since it was the Corbett's in the city in the early 70s. She was an important part of the development committee, and it was a very successful campaign. We were able to raise in excess of $10 million. We've worked closely on a lot of major projects, including the entire effort in getting the Aronoff Center up and merging the Aronoff Center committee with our board.
Marjorie Hiatt has many loves in her life. Her husband Harold, their 2 daughters, 7 stepchildren, and 13 grandchildren always come first. Yet she still has a special place in her heart for the environment. Marjorie is active in the Garden Club of Cincinnati and the Cincinnati. She is currently co-chairing the $13 million campaign for the campus.
Well, I've known Marjorie for a number of years, and she's worked on a lot of things at the university, but her passion, of course, and green space. We're probably the only university I know that's out fundraising for empty space. She's been very prominent in the design of what we're doing on campus, and it's the fact that you have to have an attractive campus to attract the very best students.
To show their appreciation for Marjorie's hard work, the University of Cincinnati named one of their green spaces Hiatt Plaza. Every part of the community has somehow been affected by Marjorie's caring touch. Appreciated for more than 50 years. She continues to donate her time to enrich and enhance our
Here at the Alzheimer's Center, what we've seen is that she not only to the staff, but certainly to other families as well. She just, and no matter how difficult or how trying the situation, to hold people up and to help them get through this. And I think that's very special.
Well, I care about all the things that I've been working for, and maybe it sounds queer, but I really like to work. I like that. You make wonderful friends. The friends you make when you're working on a project are very special. And when I see something that needs to be done, I like to work for it, and so I guess that's it.
And now, great living Marjorie Hiatt.